Hello Libra and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for October. So we are in Libra season. Happy birthday to all you beautiful Librans who are celebrating a birthday during this time. And we do move into Scorpio at the end of the season, at the end of the month. But the sense I got for you guys, Libra, is that I got this sense of something expanding and growing and then blossoming and blooming, which is really beautiful. And just to let you know that I've changed the formats of these readings, I'm now doing monthlies and mid-monthlies, and the extended readings will be for the monthlies. Occasionally I'll do the mid-monthlies, but it's mostly just focusing on the monthly readings. So let's see what's coming in. It's jam-packed full of all sorts of astrology coming in with a new moon with a full moon in the sign of Aries and a new moon in the sign of Scorpio, which is also an eclipse energy. But we have the star as the overall energy, peace and healing coming in, being very divinely guided. This can be wishes coming true. So what a fantastic card to come up first with the star. And we see that beautiful swan effortlessly gliding through the water. Things just might become a little bit easier this month, which is actually really great news to come through. A little bit of peace coming through with that. Let's see what's coming in, what's shifting and changing. We have the moon, Jupiter, Neptune, Pisces, Venus, and Pentacle 4, Mercury, Capricorn. And I feel like it's all about the direction in which you're heading with something, because we can see this swan there is very much guided by the star, the star energy. So there's a sense of divine guidance, whereas the moon is where something's been confused. You're holding on to something because it's like, I don't know where it's going. It may be a lack of clarity. What are you holding on to for fear of letting go? And fair enough, because you don't know, like it all seems like a bit of a fog or something's just not entirely clear at this point with the moon. So this, for those of you that are, are wanting to hold on to a housing situation, this is a positive energy to come through as well. So let's see what's coming in. So Libra, I wanted to let you know that this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. And I always recommend to watch all three of your placements because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you, a more holistic view. And this is a general reading, Libra. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, as we've already talked about. And the link for that will be in the description box below. And the link for any of my other services like healings and readings are also in the description box below. I feel like location of where you're living is something that could come up here. Like just understanding the parameters and the boundaries, like if there are certain neighborhood might be coming in, like your neighbors, your community, that's something that could be coming through where it was kind of like, or if you're looking for a home, it's kind of like I've got this area mapped on the map as to where I want to go to. But wherever it is, whatever kind of parameters you put around something, if you were wanting to move home or make some changes around the home, that becomes a lot easier with this star energy. We've got that Ace of Pentacles. Here we go. So new home, new business opportunity, new job for some of you, new health regime coming in, something new with your money, crossed by the Hermit, the Hanged Man coming in. So there's a fabulous new opportunity coming here, which is going to make everything a lot easier. The Ace of Swords, here we go, two aces coming in, the King of Wands. So you're ready for this, absolutely. And it's like, yeah, let go of some of the things that have been carrying around that you don't want to be doing anymore. The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, all this positive change that's coming in with this. The Ten of Swords may require you saying no to some things, but yeah, we have the card of moving, as we're kind of getting that energy of moving home, moving jobs, just moving on from an old energy. Yeah, you're going to be really happy and things are going to start lining up. And so, yeah, there's this determination, this almost quest that comes in here. And yeah, with the star card, I feel like it's all smooth sailing, a little bit like we can see here. It's not all smooth sailing in this start, the beginning bit, but we can see the swan effortlessly moving. Here we have the boat sailing across the turbulent waters into the peaceful, clear waters. So you're finding your peace with a situation, which is actually really lovely. So, but there is this fabulous opportunity here. Perhaps this is an opportunity to make the move or bring in the peace. But the Ace of Pentacles, a new path opens up, which is really fantastic. So be open and be ready to receive this and to nurture this when this comes through. Like I said, it may not seem clear at first with that moon energy, but I think the direction is going to come through. You're going to see it really clearly. Crossed by the Hermit energy. So the Hermit energy is where you're kind of feeling a little bit isolated. So again, that sense of location might be something that's coming through, like how you're feeling with your community, or you're just feeling like you're kind of doing something on your own, or there's something you can't tell anybody and you kind of feel like you need to. I just feel like there's potentially something you're grappling here with on your own that you potentially might want to kind of get somebody else in to help you, or just somebody you can bounce off with. So yeah, the Hermit energy, it's a wise energy to come through, but something is not clear, interesting. Like the Hermit is looking for the direction and uses the star to find the direction, but is looking kind of within, in connecting into the body, where it's saying the direction's actually coming outside of you. So you're not going to find it within you at this moment in time. It's something that's coming to you, and to be open and receive it. So that's interesting. We have the Hanged Man coming through. So this is, in your conscious mind, the Hanged Man may be that there's been some kind of confusion or delays, or, maybe you're thinking about putting something on hold. Maybe it's like really understanding that you need to sacrifice and let go of something. So the Hanged Man can be an enlightening energy as well, like looking at something from a different perspective or seeing it from somebody else's point of view. But I do feel like it's kind of a little bit like there's a murkiness to the energy of not sure of the direction something's going in, where there's just something, it does feel like something's been delayed in some way here. We have at the base, though, the Ace of Swords. So any kind of clarity that you're looking for is here at the base. It is, maybe it is deep inside of you, actually. I was saying it's coming outside of you, but the Ace of Swords is where you find the clarity inside of you. So they coincide. The external and the internal join, and then the clarity kind of comes in with this Ace of Swords. So this is where there's like some sort of brilliant idea that comes in. Brilliant thought. Whatever this is with the Ace of Swords and the enlightening moment of the Hanged Man, this is clarity, the gift of clarity. Suddenly something becomes super clear and you're able to see this Ace of Pentacles that comes through. So that's really fantastic. And two aces, you're just starting something new, which feels really fantastic. We have so this is it could be a really brilliant idea. In the recent past, we've got the King of Wands. So this is kind of either you or someone around you who's ready for action, but it's kind of frustrating if you're ready for action and some things haven't quite fallen into place, or the parameters aren't quite clear yet, or something's been put on hold, or whatever it is that's come through. There's something about the timing of it and the clarity, but that does shift and change. And so the King of Wands is like motivated, I'm ready, let's do this. And so when this opportunity does present, and when I feel like you are ready, where the Ace of Pentacles, when it does get presented to you, be open to receive that. This King of Wands might just be someone else around you. It's an Aries energy, so it is your opposite energy. And we do have that full moon in Aries occurring. We have the moon and Aries coming in. So this is where, this opportunity, there might be a culmination period at that time where we see the opportunity come up, and you're starting to see something really clearly through that moon energy, which is actually really great. So the King of Wands could be an Aries around you, or someone around you that's really motivated and creative even, and stepping into some kind of dynamic step, like a leader energy. And maybe this person's actually presenting you with this opportunity. So, or at least, directing you in some way. It's a catalyst to this opportunity here that you get led to, quite literally. So the Ten of Wands in the near future, the Ten of Wands is where you're releasing burdens. It's like you potentially could be dedicating yourself to this new opportunity that's coming through and going, right, I'm doing this, but this is hard work, whereas the Star is easy. Like, it's hard versus easy. And so I feel like you're letting go of the stuff that's really hard and stepping into the effortless energy of letting things flow with the Star card. So we can see the difference in the energies if we just hold them up. So something's become quite heavy and burdensome, where it's been almost impossible to find a home or to know where to get the destination point, whether it's a home or not. I just get a lot about home coming in. But if there's a destination point, it's just been like, each step towards it's become less and less clear and heavier and heavier and heavier. And it's just like, okay, we're wanting to release that energy coming in. So let's see. We've got you are presenting as the Nine of Wands. So no wonder you're a little bit tired or soul weary. This is the wounded warrior with the Nine of Wands. It's like a lot's been presented to you. You've potentially taken on a lot. Maybe you've taken on a little bit too much, but maybe all with good intentions. But it's just sort of like something needs to shift with it at this moment to make something a little bit easier. And that's what we see, the energy around you, the Knight of Wands, positive change. So this king is sending his knight into action. It's action, drive, focus. So it's like, yeah, we're bringing in the positive change around you, but it is requiring you to say no to something, the Ten of Swords. So a no is really, really positive, or just telling somebody it didn't work out, or I can't do that anymore, or just even this can be a release of something that's taken up a lot of space in your head that you've been thinking about. Maybe it's a belief system as well that's might have had some sort of ancestral or past relationship that associated with this, that you're like, no, I'm not believing that anymore. So you're overcoming some kind of limitation. But I do feel like, this is a new dawn. The darkness is lifting, and it's just like no more heavy lifting for you, Libra. So we have as outcome the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. This has been able to move on from that difficult, heavier energy where something kind of felt like a burden, where it wasn't clear. The clarity is coming in. There's a transition energy of making a move or moving in some way. And this is where things start to line up because of the work that you've put in. And so there's this deep sense of fulfillment that comes through with transitioning and making this move and actually becoming clear of how you're feeling. And, we're moving from a sense of emotional turbulence to a sense of peace. So feeling a lot more happier about something, which feels really fantastic. So we have this Knight of Swords, which is, it's like charge. I'm taking this on. It can be very fast moving. This could all happen quite quickly. It could all resolve reasonably quickly. But the Knight of Swords is that there's a lot going through your mind, a lot of ideas and thoughts going through your mind and possibly traveling really, really quickly. And this is kind of just a sense of being on a quest, being very determined to kind of find a solution or to sort something out in your life at this moment in time. So we have an affirmation card for you. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Libra, and see what's coming through. Affirmation card for Libra. Oh, we've got two. We've got my life works beautifully. Everything in my life works now and forevermore. He's definitely been able to make something work where it kind of felt like it was a bit stuck, or that there was something that you'd taken on too much of. I release all fears and doubts. Fantastic. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. That is what you're doing, creating peace in your mind and heart there. That's pretty much the outcome with the Six of Swords and Nine of Cups. I am loved and I'm safe. Absolutely beautiful. So this is where we've got the peace and healing coming in as well, which is really beautiful. So let's pull a charm for you, Libra, and see what's coming in. What's coming in for Libra? Okay, of course, we have the navigation wheel. So it is all about finding a direction, choosing a direction. Are you in charge, or is there a fog? The navigation wheel is very much like you are. Yeah, it is a lot to do with the direction that you're working in. But right underneath the King of Wands is saying that you have the potential to be the master of the ship here. And so you you're in control. You're in charge of this. You're in charge of the direction in which something's going, even though it doesn't necessarily seem clear. I think because we've got the Pentacle 4 there, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? It's just kind of working with releasing some of those fears, and then the clarity can come through and you can see where you're transitioning, where you want to move, and finding that peace in your mind and your heart, which is really beautiful. So finding the direction that you want to head in with something, which feels really fantastic. So that's it, Libra. That's it. It's real navigation kind of energy coming through. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we're going to look at what's coming in the near future and the future beyond. We can see that you found a direction, you're finding a greater peace with this direction that you're going in. So it's kind of still a transition period with the Six of Swords. You're kind of moving, transitioning. So let's see where you land. Let's see what sort of things what the territory looks like, what the new horizons look like, what sort of energies are around, what people or opportunities are around. So we're going to look further into the future. We're also going to scratch under the surface and see what other energy might be around that you may or may not be aware of. And we're going to ask the best way to work with this energy to get the best results, or just to make it an easier transition, because we can see a very easy transition coming in here that brings deep fulfillment. So that's all in the extended reading, Libra. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below, and I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And if you're interested in any of my other services, like the healings or readings, the link for that is also in the description box below. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to hear how this is resonating. And it also helps the growth of the channel, helps YouTube know that you're appreciating this content. And best of luck. Take care, Libra.